Morning, it's Newsman again. Today, we're going to start on USA Today, their paper. I've been doing a lot with the Fox News. No political reason or anything like that. Those of you who know me know that I have definite conservative leanings with a few, I guess you could call them sort of liberal ideas. Like the whole gay marriage thing. I don't know, a lot of people are talking about that now, but it's the one that it's the issue that best illustrates my stance on things. I'm for more personal freedom as a more conservative individual. So I am personally against gay marriage. Before you freak out, that means personally, for me. It's not going to work for me because I'm not gay. So wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Now, if two gay people want to get married, or whatever they're calling themselves these days, I can't keep up with this politically correct bullshit and changing all the fucking words that all mean the same goddamn thing. But if two people of that particular persuasion want to get married, I say go for it. I don't give a shit. I think they should. I think if a gay person wants to get married, it makes sense to marry another gay person. It doesn't really make sense to marry a straight person if you're gay, because that's probably not going to work out. There's some very basic inherent differences in what you want out of life. So that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for someone who's gay to marry someone who's not. So, gay person wants to get married, they should probably marry another gay person. That would make sense. That would probably work. At least it's more likely to work than if they marry someone who's not. I don't care. More power to you. Leave me out of it. You don't need my approval. That's where we differ. That's the rub right there. You know? Like I am a as you probably know, I am an avid gun owner. It's my thing. I like them. I grew up with guns. Most of my jobs as an adult involved guns. I was a police officer. I did my time on active duty in the Marine Corps. I did some security work, and I worked with the Federal Protective Service. And then after I got crippled, had to have my entire lumbar, like L1 through S1, basically rib cage to pelvis, is all bolted together. So I don't twist. I can't really bend or twist very much. Oh, and there's some nerve damage in my left leg, so I don't have a left calf muscle. Can't even like raise my heel up enough off the ground to slide a piece of paper underneath. That's how fucked up my leg is. It's also the leg that's missing a hamstring muscle, because when I was in the Marine Corps, that shit snapped. You got 3 muscles in the back of your leg. I'm missing one. It broke. But I was going through one of my schools, and it was temporary. I wasn't at a permanent duty station. It was at the beginning of my Marine Corps career, and so I had a whole back of my leg was black, from the internal bleeding, and I had a lump like right at the bottom of my butt cheek, and then one behind my knee because the muscle broke and went balled up at either end. And they gave me a 2-day no marching chit. So, with a lot of internal bleeding in my leg and a severed muscle, They said I didn't have to march in formation for 2 days. So every 2 days, I had to go back and get a no marching chit for about a month and a half until they just sort of withered away and my body processed the blood out of the leg. So, that made things interesting. Anyway, so, yeah. But the reason I've been doing Fox News is because they've got a section at the bottom, right? A little slider with a bunch of stories and super short, completely unintelligible headlines that just make it a lot of fun to fuck with. But I saw a couple headlines on USA Today that I wanted to hit. The first one was senior falls from clock tower just weeks before graduating. Just weeks before graduating. Now, I'm going to assume that this senior died. I'm going to say it's a girl because it's got a picture of a girl in a stupid hat. She might think it's cool. I hope she likes the hat. I think it looks dumb. So I'm guessing they mean a senior in high school, senior in college. She doesn't look that old, so I don't think it's a senior citizen. And if it's a senior citizen, I think falling from the clock tower, she would have graduated from this life to the next. But just weeks before graduating, that makes it kind of sound like she made it and then went on to graduate. Or maybe she died and she didn't get to graduate just weeks before she was supposed to graduate. I don't know. They leave it delightfully vague, so you'll click on it. Haha, I'm not falling for that trap. I don't click on nothing. Then we got 57 fascinating facts about the Titanic. You don't need 57 facts. It's not necessary. Here's the two main facts that you need to... okay, 3. We'll do 3 fascinating facts about the Titanic that everyone should know. 1, big fucking boat. Thing was huge. Pretty sure it was the biggest boat ever made at the time. I know some of these cruise ships now, you could probably fit like 4 Titanics in it. But at the time, it was the biggest ship ever built. Maybe. Fuck, I don't know. It's too early in the morning to remember facts, so I'll just make them up. Biggest ship ever built. That's what I do here anyway. Number 2, it was unsinkable. It had so many redundant, watertight, double-hulled, watertight holds, right, that you could section off. So even if some of them flooded, they could just close these doors and it would remain afloat. 3rd fascinating fact about the Titanic. Number 3, the big one, it fucking sank. Done. On to the next. Let's see. Everyone used to go to Iceland. What happened? Well, they stopped going. That's pretty much it. Florida man attacked and killed by his cassowary, the world's most dangerous bird. This sounds like a lead-in to the Darwin Awards. If you bring, I think these are from, I think they're from Australia. Could be Africa. I don't know. Africa's got the ostriches. I think cassowaries are from Australia. Or in the southern Pacific area. I don't know. Again, didn't click on it. And I'm not going to get too bogged down with facts here. But if you bring the world's most dangerous bird who's known to kill people, and then it kills you, now you're a fucking idiot. Yeah, it's like people with like pet lions, and then everyone's surprised when the lion eats them. It's what they do, you know. These lions and world most dangerous birds, they call them that for a reason. But everyone thinks, I'll be the exception to the rule. Chances are you're not gonna. Not gonna. All right. 5 things you need to know on Monday. Excuse me. Just had breakfast. 5 things you need to know Monday. And it shows, stop refreshing. Oh my God, you're fucking up my jokes. All right, now it shows a bunch of women, and they're all like this. They're all leaned forward, starting to run. They're all in their like little runner outfits with the numbers and stuff. So this is some kind of race, I'm guessing. I hope. Otherwise, I don't know why all these women are dressed in like little running outfits with like numbers and stuff pinned to their shirts, and they're all like starting off like this, and they're all like in motion. It's like one of those, we're just starting. Are they trying to morph into Power Rangers or something? I mean, what the fuck is that? But I highly doubt that there's anything about this women's sporting event or male sporting event or any kind of sporting event that I need to know on Monday. And why just Monday? Why is it something I need to know Monday? Couldn't I have known that yesterday on a Sunday? Could I know it tomorrow on a Tuesday? Am I just supposed to dump all this information and forget all about it just because it's not Monday anymore? Even though today is Monday. So I'm skeptical upon that particular wording. That doesn't look like something I need to know. That doesn't seem to have any kind of inherent survival value. If you're, I don't know, lost in the woods, something you need to know is how to start a fire, how to find food and water, build a shelter, and either not die of hypothermia or heat exhaustion, depending on the weather at the time. Those seem like things I would need to know. And only in that particular situation. So, fortunately, those are things that I do know. So, if I do find myself, I try not to put myself in that situation. But you never know. Alright, so that's some stuff that you need to know. Basic survival stuff. Okay? I don't know what knowing about this, whatever sporting event thing is a need to know for Monday. So I'm not going to dwell on that too much because it looks dumb. All right, the highest point in every state. The highest point at every state, I'm going to guess it's the marijuana dispensaries. Or in the places where it's, legal and not just the medical. A lot of places have the medical, and some states have now legalized marijuana for recreational use. So, marijuana dispensaries. It's the highest point in every state. Pretty easy. It's spring and pollen is legit. Here's how to allergy-proof your home. All right, you need a industrial-sized air purifier. You can steal one of these from any local hospital, or a electronics place. Electronic manufacturers, they got those clean rooms. How do they get them clean? Right? They got these big air filter and purifier things. So, if you know somebody that has like a flatbed semi and a crane, you can go and just, swipe one of those lickety-split. It's not like they bolt them down. Oh, wait, do they bolt them down? All right, they probably bolt them down. You'll need a wrench or some vice grips. Vice grips fix anything. Oh, man. I hate this. Every time this refreshes the stories that I saw and wanted to touch on, they disappear. But they pop up some other one. Here's what I was just fucking talking about. Lioness allows zookeeper to hold her cub. Seconds later, this happens. She ate him. It's a lion. And you took her baby. And she ate you. Duh. Woman finds a mountain lion sleeping on her couch. 6 hours later, this happens. It ate her. And why would you give your house keys to a freaking mountain lion? Just in case it, is out there roaming a mountain and gets drunk and you don't want it like walking home. Call it an Uber. Don't give it the keys to your house. Let it crash on your couch. It's going to eat you. And it looks like it did. Alright, I'm going on to Fox News. Let's see. I'm going to scroll through. Lori Loughlin enters a not guilty plea in college admissions cheating scandal. Why? I saw a thing just the other day. They're also going to charge her with her and her husband with money laundering or something like that. Which, that's an interesting topic. And at some point in the future, because I had an idea on that, I was going to show you people how to launder money. Another one of those skills could come in handy. All right, here's the Fox News, just the little blurbs, which are just hilarious. Da Vinci mystery solved. Big mystery. His last name wasn't actually Da Vinci. That's just where he was from. It was Leonardo of Da Vinci. Mystery solved. And then, world's largest aircraft makes historic flight. Cool. You don't really need to know anything more than that. Oceans must be protected, says nation's leader. Well, no shit. You know how much of our food comes out of the ocean? And who are these assholes who keep just throwing trash out there? There's like an island of garbage out in the middle of the Pacific. It's gross. Oh, you won't believe, all caps, believe. You won't believe how this star sleeps. Shows a girl in a bikini. I have no idea who that is. Kind of like the picture. Not going to lie. But apparently, she lies down on a bed and closes her eyes for like 8 hours. Can you believe it? She sleeps the same way everybody else does. By laying down, closing her eyes. Some people sit. When it's nap time, nap time chooses me. I'll be lounging in my lazy boy with my feet up because my back will be hurting. So I have my special back chair. And I'll be watching some TV, waiting for the back spasms to go away, and boom, I'm out. I don't know what happens. I just kind of, I'm watching one show, and I blink, and I blink a little slower, and then a little slower, and there's a different show on. Weird how that happens. You won't believe how this star sleeps. Well, with her eyes closed. Usually lying down. Alright. I'm going to call it for today. Some interesting news. Hope you learned some fun facts, especially about about the Titanic. Fascinating. Big boat sunk. Done. Have a good one.